The content in this magazine could contain references of topics and difficult subject matter that may be triggering. Please honor yourself, inner knowing, and proceed with whatever help or guidance you feel is intuitively aligned. Welcome to Sovereign Magazine Podcast. I'm Nicole George, CEO and founder of Sovereign. I'm so happy you are here. We are the magazine podcast and community guiding 5 million women to their sovereign selves. From heart-led conversations to magical meditations, our inspiring guests will show you how they can help you step into your sovereign self. Are you ready to listen to your inner voice and step into your power? Then keep listening to hear all of the intuitive messages meant for you today. Hello. Today I have the privilege of reconnecting with Ebonie Allard, one of our amazing contributors. She is a fulfillment coach and soul contract guide who helps culture makers decode their soul contracts, integrate shadow patterns, and reignite their sacred spark so that they can feel truly alive and aligned. As the creator of the Kismet Codes and Kismet Flicks, Ebonie weaves human design, gene keys, astrology, and numerology with somatic practices and energetic alignment for a very playful yet profound way and path to self-discovery. Whether you are seeking clarity, confidence, or a touch of magic, Ebonie will help you see yourself and your life in a whole new light. Welcome back, Ebonie.
Thank you. I love hearing my own bio. Is that weird?
No, you know what? So many people are like, I love hearing all the things that I do. I think that's great that you celebrate yourself. And actually, today we're talking about being who you truly are, which is our October new moon issue. And I love that you feel okay saying that because we should be proud of ourselves.
Well, particularly as someone who's all about helping you become full of yourself, right? People often look at me and think that I've always been like this. And I might have been as a kid, but I definitely haven't felt safe or at ease to be full of myself for most of my life. And it is something I'm really reclaiming of like, yeah, look how shiny I am, even when I'm not, you know?
Yeah. Well, let's go into your article. So, your article is The Peace You'll Find, Nothing to Do Except Be. And you really share and actually invite us into this balance and truth and belonging that is not about performance, but about presence. And you describe your own journey with the conflict of avoidance and overgiving and silencing yourself in order to maintain peace, maybe in relationships or even just people pleasing around you, and how disconnected you became from your truth. But then you come back to reminding us that that peace really comes from an alignment within yourself and taking that radical responsibility and devotion to being who you truly are. So for those who haven't read your article yet, maybe you can give some insight into what it's all about.
That piece of being conflict avoidant and being a people pleaser comes up so often with so many people that I work with. And you and I have talked about it, and in the panel conversations in the What the Feminine that we've been having, we've also been really talking about how we're losing this art of conversation. We're losing the ability to disagree. The world has become so polar, and not in a good way, not in a like sparky attraction kind of a way, but polarity to most people these days means disagreement rather than the polarity of sparky attraction, which is what it's really about. And most people therefore think of conflict as something to be avoided. But the truth is that we only really have or engage in conflict when we care. If we don't care, we ghost. And so that piece of, if you are looking for intimacy, if you are looking for deeper connection, if your relationships aren't feeling fulfilling or satisfying, it's not about doing more. It is about speaking your truth. It is about engaging in what you might consider to be conflict, and hold your own and listen to another opinion and be okay with disagreeing and knowing that that doesn't mean it's the end of a relationship. And can you be at peace with disagreement? And what happens is that for most people, they believe that if they disagree, that's the end of the relationship. And that path to both rupture and repair is something I don't see happening enough. We're so fearful of rupture that we're losing the art of repair. And it's through rupture and repair that we discover true peace. And all of us is allowed to be in every single relationship. And then it stops being a performance and it gets to be a genuine relationship.
Oh, rupture and repair. I'm thinking of like the stars and how they burst and things like that and implode and all the cosmic energies out there. And I really love that you're touching on this subject. And I'm not going to go there politically, but today in the world, we're recording this on September 11th, 2025. There is so much going on in the world today, in Nepal, in Russia, Ukraine, Gaza, United States, everywhere. We are uprising, and the repair is part of what's not part of the conversation right now, right? Are you looking for a space that actually feels good to be in? Join the Sovereign Community, the soul aligned social media platform made for conscious women like you. No ads, no trolls, no doom scrolling, just real women from around the globe sharing meaningful conversations, support, and a sense of community. It is free to join, free to be you, and full of women walking their sovereign path. Come be part of the movement. Join us today. I would love to step into our special segment, Steps to Your Sovereign Self, because you utilize tools to help us identify who we truly are so that we can have that magnetic polarity that you were talking about. And I really feel like it wasn't until I understood my human design that I felt like I did have a sense of who I was as a person. And I feel like a lot of, and correct me if you disagree with me, because I love when you and I are on two different pages because I love new opinions. But when we truly understand who we are, then we're not afraid of somebody else's opinion. And I think that's why you and I get along so well, because I love who you are for who you are in your opinions, and I love myself for who I am in my opinions. And even if we disagree, it's not offensive. So, how do you use gene keys, astrology, your kismet codes, all of those types of things as a way to mirror and reveal to people what may be hidden or silenced about them?
I love this as a question. And the first step for me is always about affirming your true self. So when we had the first conversation that I have, the first experience of either your human design, your frequencies, your star map, and I work with all three, and I have free fundamentals reports, which really goes into like those fundamental pieces, and they are all about affirming your true self. And that might be helping you understand what your authority is, helping you understand how your energy flows, helping you to understand that there is a way that your energy is designed to work within you, and there is a way that other people's energy is designed to work within them, and that it's not personal, that it's just like, this is how a bicycle works, this is how a lorry works, this is how a car works. They're just different vehicles. We don't go, oh, I'm doing it wrong. If we don't get upset that we're doing it wrong if we are faced with a car that is stick versus automatic, right? Like, it's not a big deal. We're just like, oh, I don't know how to drive this, right? Can someone show me? Rather than getting really, really upset, we just learn the different operating system. And so for me, that first part is really just showing you how your energy works, or how other people's energy works, or some of the different ways that that could be, because then it does take it away from being personal. And then we start to look at the next level, which is attributes. And then for me, that this level, this is where we begin the journey of helping you to fall in love with yourself. Like, these are the things that are unique about you. These are the pieces that are glowing, that are your magnetism, that are going to draw people to you. And it's that helped me fall in love with my willfulness, because I'd spent my whole life being told I was too much, that having an opinion is not assertive, it's bossy, that that I'm controlling, that I can't always get that I want, those kind of things. When the truth is, as somebody who's got a motorized throat, which comes from my will center, my heart center, I do know what and I also have an open G center. I know what's best for everyone. I'm talking for us all when it comes from that space. But I didn't know that until I knew it. And so this stuff can really, really help. And then I think the third piece I want to say of that is, in relationship, it's really helped me. I have gate 6, which is about peace. And somebody who's very, very close to me also has gate 6. Now, he has it in his radiant sphere. I have it in my Saturn. So it's something I'm here to master, and it's his health, his sovereignty, and it's peace or conflict. And that means that we both want peace. We're both really into peace. But because we've both got it defined, he's got his signature way of doing it. I've got my signature way of doing it. And if I didn't know this, we would be competing, because technically there is an energy competition going on, because we both have it and it's hitting up against one another. But because I know this, I get to stop and pause and recognize that we both want peace, and that he doesn't have a motorized throat and I do. So I'm probably going to talk over him to try and create peace when he wants peace and I'm the one causing an argument. And so that knowledge can make me go, shush, shush, we want the same thing. So I don't know if that answers the question, but that is how I use human design to really drop into what are the tangible, practical things in your life that are perhaps complicating what doesn't need to be complicated.
Mm-hmm. So within all of these, we were talking about like the magnetic polarity. How would you kind of simplify it in a way where in our body we can identify that magnetic polarity that we want to attract the opposite? So you were talking about how you both have this piece, but if you didn't know it, there would be conflict there. How do we recognize when we have this way of being who we truly are, and when we're in our magic versus when we're in maybe not our magic, or what do they call it in human
Not
design?
so.
Not self. Yes, thank you.
The will center is a really great one to identify it with, because when you have the defined will center or heart center, you can be very strong willed. When you have an undefined will center, you can be very strong willed. And so it's like, okay, well, what is the difference, Ebony? Well, in my opinion, and other people might say different things, but in my opinion, somebody with a defined will center is not trying to be strong willed. They're not trying to take up space. They're not trying to be charismatic. You just feel them in the room. Whereas a person with an undefined will center is really like wants their will to be known, wants to be able to be more powerful, wants to be able to take up a little bit more space. And so it's that real intention. Like, it's a real, can you feel, and for me it's like, this is the level of embodiment which gets really interesting. It's like, can you feel it in your body, like when there's something going on? And if it's heated and it's getting really important for you, notice why, right? Like, is that sensation coming from a place of more for all, or from abundance, or is it coming from prove, or from scarcity, or from lack, or from like, if I have that, then, and that's really the difference.
Mm. I love this so much. And I'm really excited because your front cover article is going to be coming out in a few months, and it's about the meaning of your life and your work and all that you do. And I love that you say completely being full of yourself. And if we aren't full of ourselves, and Ebonie actually has a reel on her Instagram page that she posted about why she is so rich within herself. Like she's just so rich. You need to go watch it because it was a true aha moment for me about just life in general. I don't want to spoil it for you, so go watch it. Her handle is Ebonie Alchemy. But anyway, the way that she views everything is just so different, and it really will speak to your soul in a new way. So if you want to connect with her and hear more, of course, come back to our podcast, but community.sovereign-magazine.com. She has a beautiful community within there that you can join. She has a call every month. Come join her. She is so amazing at dissecting these types of topics, and she dedicates her time to you essentially for free. And then you can connect with her on all of her socials, which will be in the show notes. So don't worry, you'll be able to find her. But I would definitely say join her world. If you're really looking for somebody to help you find yourself, be who you truly are, and feel unapologetic about it all, she's your lady. All right, my lovely, I'm going to see you on the next one. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, as always a pleasure.
Thanks for listening. I'll be back tomorrow with another soul-led entrepreneur here to help you step into your sovereign self. Subscribe to our magazine and podcast and join our global community for all the magic. Details to connect with today's guest or join the movement are in the show notes. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review. It helps us reach our goal of guiding 5 million women to self-sovereignty.